Timothée Chalamet, the actor redefining masculinity in Hollywood. In an industry often dominated by traditional portrayals of masculinity, Timothée Chalamet has emerged as a breath of fresh air. The young actor, known for his striking performances and unique on-screen presence, is challenging age-old stereotypes and redefining what it means to be a man in Hollywood. Chalamet's nuanced approach to masculinity, paired with his undeniable talent, has positioned him as a trailblazer for a new generation of actors and audiences alike. A new kind of leading man, Timothée Chalamet's rise to fame began with his breakthrough role in Call Me By Your Name, 2017, where he played Elio Proman, a sensitive, introspective teenager navigating his first experience with love. The film was a departure from the hyper-masculine roles often celebrated in Hollywood. Here was a character who was vulnerable, emotional, and completely in tune with his feelings. Chalamet's portrayal was lauded for its authenticity and depth, earning him an Academy Award nomination at just 22 years old. Unlike the typical male leads of past decades, Chalamet doesn't rely on physical dominance or aggression to command the screen. Instead, his strength lies in his ability to convey a wide range of emotions, often with subtlety and grace. This vulnerability is central to his redefinition of masculinity. He shows that emotional complexity and sensitivity are not weaknesses, but powerful attributes. Challenging gender norms. In addition to his acting, Chalamet's personal style has also garnered attention for challenging traditional gender norms. His red carpet looks, often designed by high-fashion houses like Louis Vuitton and Haider Ackermann, blur the lines between masculinity and femininity. From floral suits to bold colors and unconventional cuts, Chalamet's fashion choices reject the rigid expectations placed on male celebrities. He is unafraid to experiment, whether that means donning a sparkly harness or embracing softer, more androgynous designs. This bold approach to fashion has resonated with younger generations who are increasingly rejecting binary ideas of gender. By presenting himself in a way that defies convention, Chalamet has become an icon of self-expression and individuality. He has helped to open the door for other male actors and public figures to explore fashion in more fluid and creative ways, without the fear of being judged or labeled. Emotional depth in his characters. Chalamet's ability to embody complex, emotionally rich characters has become one of his defining traits as an actor. In Beautiful Boy, 2018, he played Nick Sheff, a young man grappling with addiction. The film is a harrowing portrayal of the impact of substance abuse on both the individual and their family, and Chalamet's performance was praised for its raw vulnerability. Rather than playing Nick as a stereotypical troubled youth, Chalamet brought a deep sense of humanity to the role, showing the fragility and pain that often accompany addiction. This ability to delve into the emotional intricacies of his characters sets Chalamet apart from many of his contemporaries. In Little Women, 2019, he portrayed Laurie, a character who is charming and romantic, but also deeply flawed. Chalamet brought out Laurie's insecurities and inner turmoil, making him more than just the boy next door. His nuanced performance added layers to a character that could have easily been one-dimensional. In Dune, 2021, Chalamet took on the role of Paul Atreides, a young man destined to become a leader in a world filled with political intrigue and war. While the character could have been portrayed as a traditional hero, Chalamet's interpretation was far more introspective and conflicted. Paul is not a fearless warrior, but a young man grappling with the weight of responsibility and the uncertainty of his future. Redefining masculinity off-screen. Chalamet's impact extends beyond his roles and fashion choices. In interviews and public appearances, he frequently speaks about the importance of vulnerability, emotional honesty, and empathy, qualities that are often undervalued in traditional conceptions of masculinity. He has openly discussed the pressures young men face to conform to societal expectations and how he hopes to be part of a cultural shift toward a more inclusive and compassionate view of manhood. His willingness to engage with these issues has made him a role model for many. In a world where toxic masculinity still prevails in various forms, Chalamet's advocacy for emotional openness and his rejection of outdated norms offer a refreshing alternative. He is helping to normalize the idea that men can and should embrace their emotions, care for their mental health, and support one another in doing the same. A new era in Hollywood. Timothée Chalamet's influence is part of a broader cultural shift happening in Hollywood and beyond. As conversations around gender, identity, and representation become more prominent, actors like Chalamet are at the forefront of challenging the status quo. His roles and public persona have helped to pave the way for a more inclusive and diverse understanding of masculinity, one that allows for emotional complexity, vulnerability, and individuality. As more young actors follow in his footsteps, Hollywood is slowly beginning to embrace a wider range of masculine identities. This shift is not only important for representation on screen, but also for the way men and boys view themselves in the real world. Chalamet's success proves that there is a place for men who defy convention, who express their emotions openly, and who are unafraid to challenge societal norms. Timothée Chalamet is more than just a talented actor. He is a symbol of a changing cultural landscape in Hollywood. Through his performances, his fashion, and his public persona, he is redefining what it means to be masculine in a world that is slowly moving away from rigid traditional ideals. Chalamet's rise to prominence has shown that vulnerability, emotional depth, and individuality are not only powerful, but essential to modern masculinity. As Hollywood continues to evolve, Chalamet's influence will undoubtedly shape the future of how we understand and portray men on and off the screen. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.